It's Krispy. It was opening night, October 30th, 2001. The Lakers were playing the Portland Trail Blazers in the Staples Center to start their season. Coming off an NBA championship from the season before, Shaq and Kobe have been a dominant force so far, and no one could seem to stop the two. Shaq is considered the most dominant big in NBA history, and at the time, the NBA is considered a big man's league. Tim Duncan was your MVP, your Rookie of the Year was Pau Gasol. So the point I'm getting to is that the game has changed so much in this time. In a matter of 20 years, the game has revolutionized, based on how fast the tempo of the game is. Shot location, isolation plays, defense, and fouls. Things in that aspect. The game has come a long way, and changes have been made over the years. I recently came across a shot chart of the top 200 shot locations and how the evolution of the game has changed over the course of 20 years. Right here is a picture of the top 200 shot locations during the season of 2001 and 2002. The darker the red, the more shots were being taken in these spots. So during this time, teams played a lot of inside out, but all fed off the post, finding cutters, one dribble pull-ups, or played bully ball down low. As you can see, very few guys settled for the three, unless it was catch and shoot. Players lived off getting to the bucket, mid-range jumpers, or throwing it down low. So in comparison to that era, here's the top 200 shot locations in the 2019-20 season. So as you can see in this era, it's all about shooting. The most highlighted spots are around the three-point line and right in front of the basket. During this era, most teams are living and dying with the three. More isolation buckets, step backs, a lot more fouls. In this era, they are given more of an advantage to the offensive player. So it's making defense non-existent in today's NBA. The scores to games are insane now. In 2019, the Pelicans and Raptors opened up the season with a final score of 130-122 Raptors. There was over 200 field goal attempts between the two teams, and more than half of those attempts were three-pointers. So to compare the two eras, back in 2001, the Lakers-Blazers game I had mentioned earlier had 150 shot attempts between the two teams, and only 30 three-pointers taken, with a final score of 98-87. So there's a big difference in play style there. In today's NBA, teams play up-tempo run and gun, find a man for an open three in transition. I mean, there isn't much of a post present anymore. The posts are more used for screeners and more of a role player now. In the Kobe era, where Portland and the Lakers played, it was more physical, and players had that grit to want to play defense and get stops. No one settled for threes as often as this era. They felt it was more efficient to get a layup or a mid-range bucket. Players like Kobe Bryant and Allen Iverson had a huge impact on the game and moving it forward. Their games were way ahead of their time, being able to do it all right as they walked into the NBA. Shooting the three, crossovers, step backs to jumpers, rise up and body a defender, play defense. Everybody wanted to be just like one of these guys in some type of way. Just the drive and determination these guys had. I feel like that's when playing the guard position became more popular. Big man coming into the league with guard-like skills, being able to shoot it from 30 feet, then eventually came in the best shooter this game has ever seen, and showed us you can win games and championships off quick shots and shooting threes. Stephen Curry completely changed the game and how it's played. Teams couldn't beat him and the Warriors because of their style of play. They shot the ball way too well from behind the arc, and they are blowing teams out. Teams went from shooting 10 to 15 threes a game to 40 to 45 a game. So when we look at the shot chart and the top 200 shot locations in today's NBA, everyone is posted around the outside. There's very few players in the NBA that use the mid-range to their advantage. The eras are two completely different types of play styles, and the game is starting to get less attention because of all the fouls and lack of defense. Guys are more obsessed with their pregame outfit than playing in the game. Just a matter of time before another generational type player makes their way to the league. The game is only progressing, so it'll be interesting to see where it goes in the next 10 years. Well, thank you guys for watching Krispy Sports Leaks on the evolution of the NBA. If you haven't already, be sure to subscribe, and as always, see you next time, and keep it crispy. Now here's your Krispy Rap Recap by my boy D503.
Hey yo, it's funny how the game switched. Another 3-point, hit a damn swish. Used to be a lot of layups from the big man, then it got a little harder like a tin can. They started hitting threes and they can't miss. Big man in the post probably getting pissed. Only thing ain't changed is the big crowds started changing the plays, getting more fouls. Hey yo, it's crazy how it evolved. Old ways of the game just dissolved. Even some of the rules got recalled. Things never be the same in this b-ball. Whole period change, it was like typo. Players got more range, there was more ISO. Get a man some space and he just might go. Man, we could look at James, we could look at Michael. Then maybe we see how it all flipped. Big fish used to feed on the small fish. Only thing I can say that just stuns me. Little man in the game, that boy Muggsy. I guess back then they was doing the most. These days they barely ever using a post. These times have changed in the world of sports. It was just a little goofy, look at them shorts. But I gotta say I'm sorry for the capping. Now we got Curry, used to have Shaq in. Changed so fast, in the blink of a flash. And if you really wanna know what happened, tap in.